it's Angie. I'm going to talk today about Botox. I've been getting Botox for about 5 years now. I started when I was 45, and the reason I started having it done is because I squint a lot. And the way my face works, some people squint and their eyes crinkle up. Some people squint and their nose crinkles up. Me, the way my face works is that when I squint, my forehead crinkles up right here. So I'm just posting this video to tell you what it's like to get Botox, how it feels, how long it lasts. In case you were thinking of doing it, then you can have a better idea of what the procedure is like. I had it done about 8 weeks ago, I think. And it really hasn't lasted. Botox should last 3 to 4 months minimum. So I called up my doctor and, pretty much said, hey, it's been only 8 weeks and it's completely worn off. So see how it makes this 11 here. I shouldn't be able to do that at all. If the Botox is in full effect, which it should be right now at 8 weeks, I shouldn't be able to do that. The general pricing that I've heard is for 20 units should be under $400. But generally each area they want to do, 15, 20 units. It depends on how old you are, how bad your wrinkles are. Like I say, I'm 50, I need a full 20 units right in here just to paralyze this spot. Other people only need 10 units or 15 units. So it depends. Now the actual procedure when you go in to have it done, some people will ice it up to numb it. It does hurt a little bit. I find that my eyes tear when the needle's going in. I don't mind it. It's probably 6 or 8 jabs with the needle all in the same area. So it hurts a bit. Sometimes it does bleed a little bit and they're mopping at you up there. Before you leave the doctor's office, always stop in the bathroom and check to make sure that there's no little trickle of blood coming out. It does puff up right where they inject it, so when you look in the mirror the first time, it's a little scary looking because you have all these kind of welts wherever they put it, but they go down really quickly within 15 or 20 minutes. So, and then when you leave there after you've checked to make sure that you're not bleeding and that your welts are okay, you should work the muscle for the next hour. Some people tell you this and some people don't. It really works it into the muscle much, much better, I've found. I raise my eyebrows, I wrinkle it down like that. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow for an hour. After you do have it done, it takes about 2 weeks for it to really work into the muscle and show the full effect. So it's not like you're going to go there tomorrow and it's going to look great the next day. So if you are trying to do it for a big event coming up and that you want to look fantastic for, class reunion or I don't know what, the holidays, make sure that you go have it done 2 weeks beforehand. And that way if there's anything funky that happens, it gives you time to go back and try to have it correct. Sometimes it doesn't come out perfectly. It's a little bit of trial and error at first with your doctor or your provider because everybody's face works differently and everybody's facial muscles works differently and it absorbs differently in everybody's face. So if something comes out not quite right, you should immediately call your provider and go back in and have them fix it. I'm not somebody who generally calls up and says, hey, I don't like this. But I was talking to the provider I have now, and I was talking about how in the past I've gotten those crazy Nicholson eyebrows. And she was like, well, why don't you just go back in? All they have to do is do an injection up here, and bam, that'll fix that. One girl said, oh, let me try to give you this little eyebrow lift to help with your droopy eyes. So I was like, oh, awesome. And she put it out here on the edges. And like I said, I had the crazy, I call them the Nicholson eyebrows because it reminds me of that scene from The Shining where he breaks down the bathroom door and says, honey, I'm home. And he's so scary. But that's what I looked like for 3 months. I like to go to a doctor. They don't necessarily have to be a plastic surgeon or a dermatologist, but I do like them to have an MD of some sort after their name. I don't go to the med spas. I know a lot of people do and are happy with it. Mainly because I had a friend who went, and this was a guy actually, and what he said was that, oh, this place is so great because you buy whatever 50 units and whatever they don't use, they put it in the fridge and bank it for you. And I was like, oh my God, well that is contrary to everything that I've ever learned about Botox. One woman who does my Botox specifically stresses how every time she mixes up a fresh batch just for me. You should get the freshest Botox you can get. It shouldn't have been laying around for 2 or 3 days because it loses its efficacy pretty quickly. So And don't be afraid to ask. When you go in there and talk to somebody about getting it, say, I want you to mix up a fresh batch just for me. It's funny though, the plastic surgeons that I've gone to get my Botox done, it seems like they're always trying to upsell you and sell you more. And, you know, really, I can only afford to pump like $1,200–$1,400 of cash money into my face per year. So I'm not going to be spending, you know, $2,000–$3,000. And they always want me to get my whole forehead done, and they're upset about my eye crinkles, and they, you know, want me to have my eye crinkles done. And, you know, really this one thing, I feel like it makes me look angry and I don't like it, and so I get that fixed. The other stuff, I don't really mind so much, and I feel like the impression I leave with people afterwards is not of someone who has horrible forehead and eye wrinkles. The other thing, the last thing about it is that the more often you get it done and keep your muscle completely paralyzed, the less you need and the less you have to get done. So, you know, say for the first year, it wears off more quickly and you have to be going back like 12 weeks, like clockwork, it wears off. Then after that, it should start lasting longer, 4 months, maybe up to 6 months, because the muscle forgets, and it you know, it hasn't been able to move in a while, so it stays. And even when it wears off, your face doesn't automatically crinkle right there like that. And I hope this was helpful for you. I hope it answered whatever questions you may have had, and if there were some other questions that you had about it that I didn't answer, please feel free to post a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And I appreciate your time, and I thank you for watching. And as always, take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.